Hi, my name is Jeffrey Michels. I teach English at Contra Costa College. I'm the Policy Committee Chairman for the Faculty Association of California Community Colleges. I also represent CCCI, the California Community College Independents, about 25% of the faculty in the state. From my perspective, there's no consensus at all, and I want to make sure that you know that the Governing Board of Community Colleges endorsed these measures despite overwhelming opposition from faculty and student groups. And I'm not just talking about the groups themselves who did produce detailed critiques and lists of concerns that were largely ignored through the process. I'm talking about thousands of faculty members throughout the state who participated in blogs, who came to meetings, who mobilized to express concerns in ways that I haven't seen in the system before. And there are deep concerns. We know that education reform without investment is a bad recipe. We know that new requirements without the infrastructure to help students meet those requirements is a bad recipe. We know that education reform without buy-in from your educators is a recipe for failure, and we care deeply about student success, but you can pad your student success numbers by not letting into community colleges those students least likely to succeed. That's not going to be good for California. That's not going to be good for our students. I urge you to be very careful not to require education plans and orientation until we figure out how to afford more counseling and the infrastructure that we need. Not to restrict access to financial aid for students until we have the infrastructure necessary to help students meet the requirements, not to be disqualified for that financial aid. So from my perspective, from the perspective of most of the faculty that I represent, we are very concerned at the pace. We feel like we had an opportunity to stand up at microphones like this and speak for 2 minutes at a time here and there to communicate to a blog, but that is not reflected in the recommendations. If you got a bunch of educators in the room and asked them what would be good for our colleges, how we could get better even with reduced funding, this is not the list that they would produce. So we're starving. We're not really broken. Please be careful what you do to us. Thank you.
Thank you.